my wife and also some children in their butts. The latter is only if my wife says I can, and I don't think she will. So I guess I'll just have to do my wife.
I'm talking with Charles Ramsey. He's a neighbor. Walk me through again what happened this afternoon.
I knew something was wrong when a little pretty white girl ran to a black man's arms. Yeah, give away. Yeah, give away. My neighbor got big testicles cause we see this dude every day. We eat ribs with this dude, but we didn't have a clue that that girl was in that house. She said, please help me get out. Yeah, give away. Yeah, give away. Yeah, give away. Yeah, give away. Give away, give away, give away, give away, give away. Yeah, give away. Yeah, give away. My neighbor got big testicles cause we see this dude every day. We eat ribs with this dude, but we didn't have a clue that that girl was in that house. She said, please help me get out. So I open the door, we can't get in that way. The body can't fit through the door, only your hand. So we kick the bottom. And she comes out and she says, it's some old girls up in that house. Call 911 and they called him and McDonald's. I knew something was wrong when a little pretty white girl ran to a black man's arms. Yeah, give away. Yeah, give away. My neighbor got big testicles cause we see this dude every day. We eat ribs with this dude, but we didn't have a clue that that girl was in that house. She said, please help me get out. Yeah, give away. Yeah, give away. My neighbor got big testicles cause we see this dude every day. We eat ribs with this dude, but we didn't have a clue that that girl was in that house. She said, please help me get out. Yeah, give away. 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 Give away. Give away. Yeah, give away. Yeah, give away. Yeah, give away. My neighbor got big testicles cause we see this dude every day. We eat ribs with this dude, but we didn't have a clue that that girl was in that house. She said, please help me get out. So I open the door, we can't get in that way. The body can't fit through the door, only your hand. So we kick the bottom. And she comes out and she says, it's some old girls up in that house. Call 911 and they called him and McDonald's. I knew something was wrong when a little pretty white girl ran to a black man's arms. Yeah, give away. Yeah, give away. My neighbor got big testicles cause we see this dude every day. We eat ribs with this dude, but we didn't have a clue that that girl was in that house. She said, please help me get out. Yeah, give away.
Gonna do my wife and also some children in their butts. The latter is only if my wife says I can, and I don't think she will. So I guess I'll just have to do my wife.
Animal. His name is Seamus and he's here to say there's something in the grass and those things are snakes.
You already know who it is and I've been here for a while. They call me Animal and I kill him with a smile. You can see me leave with the bloody footprints. I don't wanna do it again, but I'ma do it again.
So keep reviewing all his art, keep reviewing his podcast. It don't make him upset, except those times he got mad. He keeps on lying, saying he's never even heard of Carl. It's more likely he's watching his house with binoculars.
And I'm a killer, I'm a ghost, and I leave you the most. And I don't give a fuck where you end up.
We know that Todd's dreaming. He's Carl's nightmare. He wants him dead, but at the same time he doesn't care. Just rhyme the words, know me, bruh. With the words,
Know me, bro.
Yeah, it's animal, baby, and I do it too real. Being in this shit, trying to make a fucking meal. Yeah, them dollars steady coming, and I need them to stay. I've been doing this shit while watching my back, because I know them snakes in the grass.
Snakes in the grass.
I know them snakes in the grass.
snakes in the grass.
Animal.
And I see them every day, every day, every day.
While he's sleeping at his home in Rochester, New York.
Yeah, I see him every day, every day, every day.
From the backseat of his car while he's on his way to work.
Snakes in the grass.
Snakes in the grass.
Snakes in the grass.
And I see him. You don't really know me, bro. Lux Ray, don't get it tripping.
He's been here for a minute and 46 seconds. Carl hasn't fired back. He's running before Todd gets him. The only place he might be safe is Gary, Indiana. Something, something, something. Harry Limp Banana.
Cause I'm
Stacking necks.
While I'm
Stacking checks.
You don't really wanna be the one who's
Fucking next, Carl.
Seeing him moaning, I breathe fire like a dragon. You don't wanna understand how it really happened. I'm a
Monster,
I'm a
mutant,
yeah,
demon.
I'm a demon. I come on this beat like a
Fucking
fucking
heathen.
heathen. And I'm eating, boy, yeah, you looking so hungry. I've been doing this shit, that's why you're
Girl,
good.
love me.
My name is Animal, cause I'm a
Beast boy.
I do this forever, I'm like
Thanksgiving feast.
when I eat them snakes in the grass. Oh, yeah. Snakes in the grass. Whoa. Yeah, I see 'em every day, every day, every day, every day, every day.
Yeah, he sees them every day, every day, every day.
Them snakes in the grass. Oh, yeah. The snakes in the grass. Oh, yeah. I see 'em every day.
Snakes in the grass.
Lux Ray Beats.
Really sucks. Blowing up in your grass. Blowing up in your grass. Blowing up in your grass. Blowing up the U.S. Blowing up the U.S. Blowing up the USA. 'Cause the U.S. really sucks. Protest! Blowing up the U.S. in its ass.
I'm talking with Charles Ramsey. He's a neighbor. Walk me through again what happened this afternoon.
I knew something was wrong when a little pretty white girl ran into a black man's arms. Dad gave it away. Dad gave it away. My neighbor got big testicles cause we see this dude every day. We eat ribs with this dude, but we didn't have a clue that that girl was in that house. She said, please help me get out. Dad give away, 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 give away, give away, dad give away. Dad give away, dad give away. My neighbor got big testicles cause we see this dude every day. We eat ribs with this dude, but we didn't have a clue that that girl was in that house. She said, please help me get out. So I open the door, we can't get in that way. The body can't fit through the door, only your hand. So we kick the bottom. And she comes out and she says, it's some old girls up in that house. Call 911 and they called him and McDonald's. I knew something was wrong when a little pretty white girl ran into a black man's arms. Dad gave it away. Dad gave it away. My neighbor got big testicles cause we see this dude every day. We eat ribs with this dude, but we didn't have a clue that that girl was in that house. She said, please help me get out. Yeah, give away. Yeah, give away. My neighbor got big testicles cause we see this dude every day. We eat ribs with this dude, but we didn't have a clue that that girl was in that house. She said, please help me get out. Yeah, give away. 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 My neighbor got big testicles cause we see this dude every day. We eat ribs with this dude, but we didn't have a clue that that girl was in that house. She said, please help me get out. So I opened the door, we can't get in that way. Our body can't fit through the door, only your hand. So we kick the bottom. And she comes out and she says, it's some old girls up in that house. Call 911 and they called him and McDonald's. I knew something was wrong when a little pretty white girl ran into a black man's arms. Yeah, give away. Yeah, give away. My neighbor got big testicles cause we see this dude every day. We eat ribs with this dude, but we didn't have a clue that that girl was in that house. She said, please help me get out. Yeah, give away.
Gonna do my wife and also some children in their butts. The latter is only if my wife says I can, and I don't think she will. So I guess I'll just have to do my wife.
Animal. His name is Seamus and he's here to say there's something in the grass and those things are snakes.
You already know who it is, and I've been here for a while. They call me Animal, and I kill him with a smile. You can see me leave with the bloody footprints. I don't wanna do it again, but I'ma do it again.
So keep reviewing all his art, keep reviewing his podcast. It don't make him upset, except those times he got mad. He keeps on lying, saying he's never even heard of Carl. It's more likely he's watching his house with binoculars.
And I'm a killer, I'm a ghost, and I leave you the most. And I don't give a fuck where you end up.
We know that Todd's dreaming, he's Carl's nightmare. He wants him dead, but at the same time he doesn't care.
Keep talking like you even know me, bro. We ain't never seen it, we didn't know me, bro.
He just rhymed the words, know me, bruh, with the words,
Know me, bro.
Yeah, it's Animal, baby, and I do it too real. Being in this shit, trying to make a fucking meal. Yeah, them dollars steady coming, and I need them to stack. I've been doing this shit while watching my back, because I know them snakes in the grass.
Snakes in the grass.
I know them snakes in the grass.
snakes in the grass.
Animal.
And I see them every day.
While he's sleeping at his home in Rochester, New York.
Yeah, I see them every day.
From the backseat of his car while he's on his way to work.
Snakes in the grass.
Snakes in the grass.
Snakes in the grass.
You don't really know me, bro. Lux Rays, don't get it tripping.
He's been here for a minute and 46 seconds. Carl hasn't fired back. He's running before Todd gets him. The only place he might be safe is Gary, Indiana. Something, Harry Limp Banana.
Cause I'm
Stacking necks.
While I'm
Stacking checks.
You don't really wanna be the one who's
Fucking next, Carl.
Seeing him moaning, I breathe fire like a dragon. You don't wanna understand how it really happened. I'm a
Monster,
I'm a
mutant,
yeah,
demon.
I'm a demon. I come on this beat like a
Fucking
fucking
heathen.
And I'm eating, boy, yeah, you looking so hungry. I've been doing this shit, that's why you're
Girl,
good
love
luck.
me.
My name is Animal, cause I'm a
Beast
beast, boy.
boy.
I do this forever, I'm like
Thanksgiving
Where I
feast.
eat them snakes in the grass. Oh, yeah. Snakes in the grass.
looks for repeats.
Blowing up in your ass. Blowing up in your ass. Blowing up in your ass. 'Cause the US really sucks. Blowing up in your ass. Blowing up in your ass. Blowing up in your ass. Blowing up the US. Blowing up the US. Blowing out the USA. 'Cause the US really sucks. Crocs! Blowing out the US in its ass.
I'm gonna do my wife and also some children in their butts. The latter is only if my wife says I can, and I don't think she will. So I guess I'll just have to do the latter is only if my wife says I can, and I don't think she will. So I guess I'll just have to do the latter is only if my wife says I can, and I don't think she will. So I guess I'll just have to do the latter is only if my wife says I can, and I don't think she will. So I guess I'll just have to do the latter is only if my
I'm talking with Charles Ramsey. He's a neighbor. Walk me through again what happened this afternoon.
I knew something was wrong when a little pretty white girl ran to a black man's arms. Dad gave away.
I'm talking with Charles Ramsey. He's a neighbor.
My neighbor
Walk me
got
through
big
again what
testicles
happened
because
this
we see this dude every day. A little pretty white girl ran to a black man's arms. We didn't have a clue that that girl was in that house. She said, please help me get out. Dad give away. 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 She said, Dad give away. Dad give away. My neighbor got big testicles because we see this dude every day. We eat ribs with this dude. We didn't have a clue that that girl was in that house. She said, please help me get out. So I open the door. We can't get in that way. My body can't fit through the door. Only your hand. So we kick the bottom. She said, she comes out and she says, there's some more girls up in that house. Call 911. And they called him on their McDonald's. So I knew something was wrong when a little pretty white girl ran to a black man's arms. They gave away. They gave away. My neighbor got big testicles because we see this dude every day. We eat ribs with this dude. We didn't have a clue that that girl was in that house. She said, please help me get out. They gave away. They gave away. My neighbor
name is Seamus and he's here to say there's something in the grass and those things are snakes. Animal. His name is Seamus and he's here to say there's something in the grass and those things are snakes.
So keep reviewing all his art, keep reviewing his podcast. It don't make him upset, except those times he got mad. He keeps on lying, saying he's never even heard a car. It's more likely he's watching his house with an all his art. Keep reviewing his podcast. You know that Todd's dreaming. Keith Carl's not married. He wants him dead, but at the same time he doesn't care. You know that Todd's dreaming. Just dropped Keith Carl's not married. He wants him dead, but at the same time he doesn't care.
Snakes in the grass. Animal. Snakes in the grass. Animal. Snakes in the grass. Snakes in the grass. Snakes in the grass. Snakes in the grass.
Carl has a fire attack. He's running
Snakes in the
podcast.
grass.
The only place he might be safe is Gary, Indiana. Something. He's a pair.
Snakes in the grass. Stacking necks. Stacking checks. Fucking necks, Carl. Stacking necks. While stacking checks. Demon. Fucking necks, Carl. Fucking heathen. Stacking necks. Girl, stacking checks. Demon. Beast boy. Fucking heathen. Thanksgiving feast.
I'm talking with Charles Ramsey. He's a neighbor. Walk me through again what happened this afternoon.
I knew something was wrong when a little pretty white girl ran to a black man's arms. Yeah, give it away.
I'm talking with Charles
Yeah,
Ramsey. He's
give
a
it away.
neighbor.
My neighbor
walk me
got
through
big
again what
testicles
happened
cause
this
we
afternoon.
see this do every day. When a little pretty white girl ran to a black man's arms. Yeah, but we didn't have the glue that girl in that house. She said, please help me get out. See this do every day. Kick the bottom. And she comes out and she says, it's some old girls up in that house. Call 911 and they called him and McDonald's. I knew something was wrong when a little pretty white girl ran to a black man's arms. Yeah, give it away. Yeah, give it away. My neighbor got big testicles cause we see this dude every day. We eat ribs with this dude. But we didn't have the glue that girl put in that house. She said, please help me get it out. Yeah, give it away. Yeah, give it away. My neighbor got big testicles cause we see this dude every day. We eat ribs with this dude. But we didn't have the glue that girl was in that house. She said, please help me get out. they give away, 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 give away, give away, they give away, they give away, they give away. My neighbor got big testicles, cause we see this dude every day. We eat ribs with this dude, but we didn't have the glue that girl put in that house. She said, please help me get out. So I open the door, we can't get in that way. The body can't fit through the door, only your hand. So we kick the bottom. And she comes out and she says, it's some old girls up in that house. Call 911 and they called him at McDonald's. I knew something was wrong when a little pretty white girl ran into a black man's arms. They give away, they give away. My neighbor got big testicles, cause we see this dude every day. We eat ribs with this dude, but we didn't have the glue that girl put in that house. She said, please help me get it out. They give away.
Animal. His name is Seamus and he's here to say there's something in the grass and those things are snakes.
You already know who it is, and I've been here for a while. They call me Animal, and I kill him with a smile. You can see me leave with the bloody footprints. I don't wanna do it again, but I'ma do it again.
So keep reviewing all his art, keep reviewing his podcast. It don't make him upset, except those times he got mad. He keeps on lying, saying he's never even heard of Carl. It's more likely he's watching his house with binoculars.
And I'm a killer, I'm a ghost, and I leave you the most. And I don't give a fuck where you end up.
We know that Todd's dreaming. He's Carl's nightmare. He wants him dead, but at the same time he doesn't care.
Keep talking like you even know me, bro. We ain't never seen it, we didn't know me, bro.
He just rhymed the words, know me, bruh, with the words, know me, bruh.
Yeah, it's Animal, baby, and I do it too real. Being in this shit, trying to make a fucking meal. Yeah, them dollars steady coming and I need them to stack. I've been doing this shit while watching my back, because I know them snakes in the grass.
Snakes in the grass.
I know them snakes in the grass.
Snakes in the grass.
Animal.
And I see them every day.
While he's sleeping at his home in Rochester, New York.
Yeah, I see them every day.
From the backseat of his car while he's on his way to work.
Snakes in the grass.
Snakes in the grass.
Snakes in the grass.
And I see them. You don't really know me, bro. Lux Race, don't get a trip.
He's been here for a minute and 46 seconds. Carl hasn't fired back. He's running before Todd gets him. The only place he might be safe is Gary, Indiana. Something, Harry Limp Banana.
Stacking necks. Stacking checks.
You don't really wanna be the one who's
Fucking next, Carl.
Seeing them moaning now, breathe fire like a dragon. You don't wanna understand how it really happened. I'm a
Monster,
I'm a
mutant,
yeah,
demon.
I'm a demon. I come on this beat like a
Fucking heathen.
And I'm eating, boy, yeah, you looking so hungry. I've been doing this shit, that's why your
Girl,
girl
love
love
me.
me. My name is Animal, cause I'm a
Beast
beast, boy. I do this forever, I'm like
Thanksgiving feast.
when I eat them snakes in the grass. Oh, yeah. Snakes in the grass. Yeah, I see 'em every day.
Yeah, he sees them every day.
Them snakes in the grass. Oh, yeah. The snakes in the grass. Oh, yeah. I see 'em every day.
Snakes in the grass.
Snakes in the grass. Them snakes in the grass.
Luxury Beats.
Blowing up the U.S. Blowing up the U.S.
gonna do my wife and also some children in their butts. The latter is only if my wife says I can, and I don't think she will. So I guess I'll just have to do my wife.
I'm talking with Charles Ramsey. He's a neighbor. Walk me through again what happened this afternoon.
I knew something was wrong when a little pretty white girl ran into a black man's arms. Yeah, give it away. Yeah, give it away. My neighbor got big testicles cause we see this dude every day. We eat ribs with this dude, but we didn't have a clue that that girl was in that house. She said, please help me get out. Yeah, give it away. 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 Give it away. Give it away. Yeah, give it away. Yeah, give it away. Yeah, give it away. My neighbor got big testicles cause we see this dude every day. We eat ribs with this dude, but we didn't have a clue that that girl was in that house. She said, please help me get out. So I open the door, we can't get in that way. The body can't fit through the door, only your hand. So we kick the bottom. And she comes out and she says, it's some old girls up in that house. Call 911 and they called him and McDonald's. I knew something was wrong when a little pretty white girl ran into a black man's arms. But we didn't have a clue that that girl was in that house. She said, please help me get out. Yeah, give it away. Yeah, give it away. My neighbor got big testicles cause we see this dude every day. We eat ribs with this dude, but we didn't have a clue that that girl was in that house. She said, please help me get out. Yeah, give it away. 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 Give it away. Give it away. Yeah, give it away. Yeah, give it away. Yeah, give it away. My neighbor got big testicles cause we see this dude every day. We eat ribs with this dude, but we didn't have a clue that that
Girl was in that house, said please help him get out. So this is the part of the show where Carl and I test our mics. Hey Carl.
Hey, what's going on, Vinnie Paulino? I got my mic turned on and you can hear me.
I feel good today, pal.
Yeah?
Oh yeah.
Good.
I'm excited for today's show.
Awesome. You're not excited for tonight's football game?
No.
With the Buffalo Bills against the 49ers in Arizona? That should be
Do
exciting.
you want to know something really interesting?
Yeah, please.
Right now, the Miami Dolphins and Buffalo Bills are tied for first place.
Well, that's not true because the Bills have the tiebreaker.
Just let me have
They
this!
beat them head to head.
Just let me have this!
And they have a better divisional record.
I just want to have this!
I mean, you don't. But my point is that you don't. But congratulations on a nice Dolphins win yesterday. Very happy for you.
Oh, burn you so much.
Very happy for you, sir.
All right, let's start the show.
It's the Creep Off.
All right, we got a problem already out of the gate. Hold on, Carl.
Okay.
Test. Is that better, everybody?
Hey, checking 1, 2. Were people on YouTube complaining or something?
Yeah. And I found a problem. Can everybody hear us okay? Respond, you YouTube motherfuckers. Thank you. All right, hold on. You ready? You know what? Screw it. Hola, creepos. Welcome to the world's worst contest, the show about creeps, by creeps, for you creeps. It's the Creep Off. I am your humble host,
The people's champion.
Vinnie Paulino, and joining me today, as always, is hot Carla.
What is happening, Vinnie Paulino?
You know, pal, I could not be happier to be here doing the show with you today. The Miami Dolphins and the Bills are both tied for first place, and we are not having any type of audio issues at the start of the show.
I also can't see you, Vinnie.
Yeah, you can't see
Should
shit.
I be able to see you right now? Can anyone see us?
Ta-da!
Ta-da! We're here.
I'm so sorry, everybody. I really fucked up the beginning of the show. Had a little bit of a tech glitch, but we're good to go.
People expect that.
I hope
do.
not.
I expect that to happen
I
each
hope
time.
not. This one never happened to me before. This is a new one. But hopefully we're all good. So, today's show, this is number 40, Carl.
Hey, can you believe we got this far?
Yeah. I mean, the over-under is still 77, right?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah. So, I think we do more. I think we'll do fine.
Awesome.
I think we just do it. Now, you're heading to Florida next week, yeah?
This week, Thursday.
Get your cheap plug in.
Oh, yeah, tampa.dick.show if you want to see me in Tampa on Saturday night, December 12th. I'll be performing with Dick Masterson, the guys from Revenge of the Sis, Ryan Long, Danny Polishuk, Mad Cox will be there, Nick Rakita. It's going to be a good time.
Interesting. So the creep off wasn't invited?
The creep off was actually barred from showing up.
That makes sense. Checks out. So last week we had a wild card round. Carl and I went head to head to try to find the worst of the worst that we could find from any era, anything. We just had to pick somebody. I picked Ian Watkins, lead singer of Lost Prophets and Baby Fiddler.
I still think that you planted all those stories and made that up because that is the most atrocious thing I've ever heard. It sounded made up.
Well, the listeners agreed because they voted this week as to whose creep was creepier. You picked a guy named Carl, or what's his name? Andrew Blaze, was that his name?
I don't know.
Who shot up his coworkers and made a bunch of silly YouTube videos of him
he was all
scampering
upset.
around shooting stuff.
He was all upset that animators wouldn't help him with his project, so he murdered his coworkers who had nothing to do with it. I probably should have made that point more clear.
Yeah.
He really took out his anger on the wrong people.
I hope you're listening, Kevin Ricotta. Now, now, ladies and gentlemen, let's see who won, shall we? Here we go, Carl. Take a look at that screen.
It looks like Vinny's got 63% of the vote compared to my 37. Go ahead and play your music, Vinny. You earned it this time.
For making up all that stuff about this guy. I totally framed
Yeah.
him. He's in prison, and I totally made it all up. It's
If
incredible.
You're playing all those stories. You earned it, my friend.
I didn't realize I had this much power.
I got to tell you how demoralizing it is when I have to go after you and you go through that story of this guy molesting 9-month-old babies. I'm like, all right, well, I have no shot. I put so much work into it too, and I'm like, this is a huge waste of time.
Not only molesting 9-month-old babies, like filming it while he's doing it.
Oh yeah, sharing pictures with people. What a fucking idiot.
Well, I beat you handily this week.
You did.
I want to know who this creepy 37% who voted for you are.
They're loyal fans.
Sycophants. Disgusting Carl sycophants.
I mean, I did have a pretty good creep. Just in comparison to your creep, I would have voted for you too.
Well, this week we have decided, we put out a poll on the Twitter at CreepOffPod and asked you guys to pick from a category, from a series of categories. I believe we had creepiest news anchor, creepiest movie star, and I believe it was creepy television personality. Was that what it was, Carl?
I don't remember now.
That's who gives a fuck.
doesn't
It didn't
matter.
win. It's creepiest news anchor.
Creepiest news anchor is the theme for this week.
So, Carl, have you picked someone?
I have picked someone.
All right, I have too. So, are you ready to start this shit?
I am down 1-0 in this round, so I brought it today, but you, because you won last week, get to go first.
Ladies and gentlemen, my creep today, her name is Maria Athens from Anchorage, Alaska.
Ooh, it's a lady.
That's right.
Yeah, we don't get a lot of lady creeps out here. It's a good point.
Well, this week it's a little weird because news anchors, for some reason, like when you go to research it, it's not exactly, there's not a lot of headlines. There's a lot of drunk driving, a lot of beating their wives. It was hard to find somebody who was truly creep, but just someone that I thought was a creep. Now, today we are going to talk about not only a creep, a bit of a cautionary tale, ladies and gentlemen. It's a cautionary tale about inappropriate behavior between an Alaskan politician and a television anchor. Okay, Carl, have you heard anything about this story?
I don't know anything about this story. You sent me the person's name yesterday, and I never look it up because I always want to be surprised.
Right. So this happened in October.
Okay.
So this is a relatively new one. So some information is still not out there yet. And I think this is the rabbit hole's going to get a little bit deeper. But I was really shocked, and I was almost nervous, and I almost bailed on this today because I told my wife, I go, I'm using this person. This is what they did. And she goes, oh, yeah, I heard about her. And I went, oh, no!
Well, I imagine that your wife is also into creeps as much as you are.
She loves them.
Yep.
She loves
Obviously.
them. She loves them. So, ladies and gentlemen, This scandal between the mayor and this television anchor resulted in the FBI investigating it, all sorts of crazy stuff. So around 2016, the Democrat mayor Ethan Berkowitz, who's married to a woman named Mara Kimmel and has 2 daughters, began what is being described as a messaging relationship with Maria Athens. Athens told the Anchorage Daily News she and Berkowitz began communicating on the messaging platform WhatsApp. When he, quote, slid into my texts, he was so smooth with his little witty slogans and pictures, Athens told the newspaper. So they have this relationship. Like, it's basically sexting.
Yeah.
Now, neither one of them have admitted that they fucked each other.
Okay.
But I'm going to have to say, judging from the way how south this went, there had to be some exchanging of bodily fluids.
Adults having consensual sex? Say no more, Vinny. What a creep.
I know.
All right, moving on.
I'm not done.
Okay.
Well, one Friday morning, this relationship got blown the fuck up when Athens allegedly left this voicemail at the mayor's office.
And thought I loved you.
Ah, shit.
I fucking hate you.
God damn it.
I hate you.
Here we go.
Oh, she's pretty hot.
Ethan, it's Maria Athens from Fox ABC, CW, Newsnet, National Alaska. I just learned through my Emmy Award-winning journalism, you're also a pedophile and like little girls and children. And there's a website. I'm so fucking exposing you. I'm going to get an Emmy. So you either turn yourself in, kill yourself, or do what you need to do. I will personally kill you and Mara Kimmel, my goddamn self, you Jewish piece of living fucking shit. You have met your match, motherfucker. You have met your motherfucking match. I can't believe I am such a good person and thought I loved you. I don't even hate you. I will pray for your Zionist fucking ass, you piece of shit loser. And I'm putting this on the news tonight. Bye. Have a great Friday, you motherfucker.
She threatened to murder someone on a voicemail?
And his wife.
Uh-oh, retard alert. Retard alert, class.
What is she thinking with
And
that?
she's like, and I'm going to win an Emmy.
I know. That's the worst part. It's not even like, I'm worried for these victims. I want to stop this abuse. It's like, this is an amazing story. I got the scoop. What an asshole.
You would think this is how this would go. Now, it gets a little crazier because that was a voicemail she left at the mayor's office.
What an asshole.
Now, you know that part of my job at the Carlson has been going around doing the media rounds in Rochester and stuff like that. So I know how television news generally works at a local level. They're not the best and the brightest. You tell them something, they film you saying whatever the fuck it's going to be, and then they show it. Okay?
Right.
This lady...
By the way, that's a really good point. I just want to point this out. When people read or hear the news and news anchors read stories, they got a press release from a company, from a PR professional, and then they just read it verbatim. They don't do any investigative reporting. They don't look for the other side. They just read whatever they get.
I will go on record as saying that most print media and local news media in America is notoriously lazy.
Yeah, I used to work at a PR agency, and I didn't realize that that's the way the news operates, but it really is. Which is why
100% true.
Which is why what you hear is always slanted based on whatever the interests are of the PR person who's sending the information. Anyway,
So
I
now,
digress.
this lady said, who is the news anchor, she's
Yes.
the one who reads the shit,
Yep.
says, and I'm going to put this on the news tonight.
Yep.
Okay. So what do news anchors generally do? They try to tease. They get on their Facebook and their Twitter and they put out videos. Well, Maria did the same thing. Not too long after she left that voicemail, she went and made this video and posted it on the Facebook page for the station and her personal one, I believe.
Okay.
There we go.
Hello there, Maria Athens from Fox ABC, CW, Newsnet, National Alaska. Breaking news, according to reliable sources, Anchorage Mayor Ethan Berkowitz has his male genitalia posted on an underage girl's website. Coming up tonight, Fox 4 News at 9, ABC News at 10, CW News at 12:30, and Newsnet National for sure will cover this. You heard it here first.
Post his genitalia on an underage girl's website? What does that even mean?
It means nothing, Carl.
What is she talking about?
Because she has not been able to this day, put forth even a tiny shred of anything to back this up.
Okay.
She claims all of a sudden that sources told her this.
Yeah, reliable sources. which are
Reliable
always the best types
sources.
of sources.
Right. So this goes out, and the mayor's office obviously responds. They said they put out a.
I would respond with, what website are you referring to? I'd love to know.
Yeah, he said that the statement that this was slanderous and categorically false. His administration called Athens' claim a product of someone who is hostile and unwell.
Why would the station allow her to report on this?
Well, they didn't, Carl.
Okay.
Because we're going to talk about that next. So that same afternoon, Athens then posted what she claimed to be a photo of Berkowitz's nude backside as proof of her allegations. Here is the photo that she put on her Twitter.
I like that you have this labeled mayor's ass.
I do. Maria Athens, nice try, damage control. Certainly First Lady Mara Kimmel can confirm that is her husband's hairy ass and bathroom tiles.
Wait, who would take a picture like that, and why is she posting it?
Right. So she's trying to say that she had...
No one's ever posted a selfie nude of their ass. It was like from above the guy's head, looking down.
Right, at the floor, and all you see is like...
There's no one would ever post that. I don't even know if he took that picture. No one would ever post that.
Like, it looks like something a doctor would take of like a mole.
Yeah.
Like so she's saying, hey, First Lady, I have this picture. So she's trying to claim that there are nude photos of him online.
She's not trying to claim that. She has already claimed that.
Right. So there it is. There's nude pictures of him online. But she said that
his posted it.
Right.
See, this is the proof that
she's crazy is my point. This lady is psycho. If there was a rabbit, they would be boiling in a pot on this guy's fucking oven. Okay? So not only that, she does this, things start to escalate. Here's what happened later that day, according to the district attorney's charging documents, because there was an arrest, Carl. Athens and the station's manager, who is described as her boyfriend in these documents, got into an argument while driving around the city of Anchorage. He made her get out of the car and told her she was barred from returning to the station. From what I understand is he said, you don't have any proof of this. You cannot go on the news tonight and say this about the mayor of the city.
You can't say that about anyone if you don't have
Even if you two have been having this sexting relationship,
right.
You can't just go on TV and do this.
Yes.
Well, he threw her out of the car because things got so heated and crazy. Athens nevertheless went back to the television studio, Carl.
Oh, nice.
And she attacked him.
Oh, good.
When police arrived, she attacked an officer who was trying to calm her down. She was placed in full restraints, and she tried to kick out the back window of the police cruiser with her high heels.
What did you do?
She was charged with assault, criminal mischief, and disorderly conduct and released after posting bail. Now, there's allegations here that this mayor is a pedophile, Carl.
Yes.
So the FBI gets involved.
Okay.
Would you like to know what the FBI said?
I always want to know what the FBI has to say.
Well, the same thing they said about the elections. There's no evidence.
Okay, yep. That would...
to support a violation of federal law at all.
There's no evidence of widespread child pornography
on the mayor's,
websites.
on underage girls' websites.
Okay.
So, what do you think happens to the mayor?
I have no idea what happens to the mayor. I don't know what.
Now, this happened in October.
Yeah.
This happened on a Friday.
Okay.
By Tuesday, because the mayor was so embarrassed of this whole situation, and now there's photos of his nude ass that he sent someone, supposedly.
I still don't buy that. And also, I mean, it's a little hairy, but he's not like an overweight guy. It's not embarrassing.
He fessed up to having a relationship with Maria.
Okay.
He said, my resignation, because he resigned.
Oh, maybe he is guilty.
Results from unacceptable personal conduct that has compromised my ability to perform my duties with the focus and trust that is required. I apologize to the people of Anchorage for a major lapse in judgment I made several years ago when I had a consensual, inappropriate messaging relationship with reporter Maria Athens. I'm embarrassed and ashamed for the hurt I've caused my family and our community. I take responsibility for my actions. He did more than Pelosi when she got caught in that beauty parlor.
Well, that's what makes me think that maybe he is up to no good, because why would you just resign right away like that?
The FBI got involved. They didn't find anything. And this guy's married, right? Like, this guy's married. He's got 2 little girls.
Yeah.
He was done anyway. He wanted to run for governor.
Oh, no.
He was running for governor, Carl.
I disagree, because what you do, and I've watched many politicians do this with great success, is you say, that woman's a crazy person, and deny all allegations. I've never texted with her. I don't know who she is. She's obviously crazy.
Well, once there's a naked picture of you.
It looks like I mean, you just say
He
you got
probably
hacked.
said it to her. He probably was like, "Hey, baby,
Did you just say your phone got
warm
hacked?
up the dildo." Like, I don't know what the fuck he's doing with her. Like, sending that picture. Who knows what the
I don't
fuck
know,
he's up
Vinny.
to.
I'm glad that you opened this up by saying that more information may come out.
Now,
I want to come back to this and find out what
as
happened.
of December 4th, this is the newest update, Carl.
Okay.
Maria Athens has done nothing more to share about former Anchorage mayor. She hasn't done anything and she hasn't gone public. But nearly a month and a half after posting the video, out of nowhere, on November 30th, she posted a picture of her in front of the news station, humping the sign. Like she's like crawling on top of the sign.
Again, why did the mayor resign? She's a crazy person. He could have easily just said this woman is nuts.
And she wrote, "Redemption tomorrow."
Oh, boy.
The Watchman reported on the tweet, but Athens never went on air.
This is another thing that I really
And her
hate.
Twitter and Facebook accounts were subsequently deleted this week.
This is another thing that I really hate. I hate when people say something is going to happen. Just do it. Stop with the teasing already. Just do the thing that you think you're going to do, because it's just embarrassing if you announce it's going to happen and then it doesn't.
Now,
So what do you think's going on there? Why do you think it was deleted? You think she deleted her accounts? Or you think someone else did?
I think she deleted her own shit.
Okay.
I think she deleted her own shit because she's crazy. I think she is absolutely bonkers. I think she's a creep. I think she made up all this stuff because she got fucking spurned. I think she is a creepo, and that is why she is my contestant this week, Maria Athens. Fucking psycho.
All right. Great argument, Vinny. You ready for my creep this week?
Go for it.
I have an amazing argument lined up for my creep this week. Bill O'Reilly. All right, do we get any voicemails? All right, I'm just kidding. It's not going to be Bill O'Reilly, although that would be some low-hanging fruit.
I did kind of toss that at you the other day. I said I might have to do Bill O'Reilly here.
I said whoever takes Bill O'Reilly is going to win.
Yeah.
This week. No, actually, do you know who Ed Henry is, speaking of Fox News?
I have heard of Ed Henry.
Ed Henry was the co-anchor of America's Newsroom up until July 1st when he was fired by Fox News. July 1st of this year.
What did he do?
Well,
Did he wear a blue tie?
I'll give you this.
Did he actually walk into the middle of a Black Lives Matter protest and someone got a picture? How did he get fired from Fox News, Carl?
That would be pretty. I want to say that when we first started the show, one of the early episodes, I said, what actually is a creep? Because I needed a definition of what we're talking about.
Episode 3 is titled, "What exactly is a
Right,
creep?"
so I needed to know, like, what is a creep? This guy is the dictionary definition of a creep.
A new lawsuit claims former Fox anchor Ed Henry raped and systematically abused a junior Fox staffer. Henry was fired by Fox earlier this month after the network said it received a complaint of sexual harassment. The lawsuit was brought by former Fox Business Network producer Jennifer Eckhart, who says this about her allegations.
I felt that he had the power to derail me, to destroy me, to ruin my career.
Now, not that any of this matters.
Now, hold on a second. I'm going to call bullshit on this because I saw Bombshell, and I'm pretty sure that doing stuff like that gets you promoted there.
Yes.
I don't think this gets you fired.
No. Okay, well, it's funny you say that because the allegation started in 2017, and Fox was well aware of that, and he kept moving up in the company and getting better and better gigs. So, yes.
Rupert Murdoch has a type.
You are
He
correct.
likes go-getters.
Yes, correct.
He literally goes and gets her.
So if you want to look up Jennifer Eckhart, I do recommend that you do so. She is a smoke show.
Okay.
And it's funny because if you look at Ed Henry, he looks like such a dweeb. You would never expect this type of behavior out of Ed. I bet to the listeners, not you, Vinny.
Oh, I'm looking her up.
Vinny's like, oh yeah, I'll whack it for a second.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Look at those doe eyes.
There's a reason why Fox News has the highest ratings.
What a lovely young lady.
What a lovely young lady. Let's hear about, so she has a lawsuit against Ed Henry. Let's hear what the suit alleges.
The lawsuit alleges that Henry, approximately twice Eckhart's age, had preyed upon, manipulated, and groomed Eckhart since she was 24. The suit also alleges he asked her to be his sex slave and his little whore, and threatened punishment and retaliation if she did not comply with his sexual demands.
Creepy behavior, I would say.
Yeah, at work, I would say. But Matt Lauer did butt fuck a girl that he wasn't supposed to.
Oh, dude, Matt Lauer, trust me, that was
Like-
that was what I was looking at too.
Yeah, in The Office. So, I don't know.
Eckart's lawyer described how she was violently raped while helpless and restrained in
Oh.
metal handcuffs as Mr. Henry performed sadistic acts on her without her consent. They left her injured, bruised, and battered with bloody wrists.
I have a question. How'd she get in the cuffs?
She was forced into the cuffs. I'll play a little bit more. But we'll have a little bit more information on that. Lawyers for Eckhart, who started at Fox as a freelance assistant when she was 24 years old, further alleged that Henry, who was married, took naked photos of her during the assaults, which he then kept for blackmailing purposes. So not only is he raping this chick, but he's also blackmailing her so that she can't say anything about it. Or do anything about it. And now
But did he release those pictures of her on the internet?
Oh, Vinny, you're killing my punchline, buddy. We'll get there. We will get there.
The lawsuit also states that Henry took nude photos of her without her consent before the alleged assault. I'm going to read from the lawsuit itself. Ms. Eckhart's counsel described to Fox News in graphic and specific detail how Mr. Henry groomed, psychologically manipulated, and coerced Ms. Eckhart into having a sexual relationship with him, and that when she would not comply voluntarily, he sexually assaulted her on office property and raped her at a hotel where Fox News frequently lodged its visiting employees, thereby facilitating, whether knowingly or unknowingly, Mr. Henry's conduct.
The Fox News Flophouse.
Yes. So Ed Henry's attorneys are alleging that this was all a consensual relationship that Miss Eckhart was fully aware of and was in control of. But then these text messages were released as part of the evidence. These are the text messages.
I'm sure these aren't going to be very good.
These are the ones that Ed Henry was sending to his sex slave, Jennifer.
You mean his little whore?
Fuck you and your safe word. You will know when I am done.
Oh, no.
Hashtag obey or hashtag discipline.
What is he putting hashtags
I know!
in for?
What a creep. He doesn't know how hashtags work. Gonna make you my little whore again. Owned and submissive, more anal. That was one of the text threads that went over. And then he says, we'll let you know if when avail. So
hashtag more anal. That's the name of this episode.
Hashtag more anal. I like it. I like it.
Oh, Jesus
If that doesn't
Christ.
get us some more clicks and downloads, I don't know what will. We'll let you know if one avails so you can get slapped around some more. And then he says, whatever. When you are owned, you don't get a quote-unquote choice. And she wrote back, you
Thanks,
don't
Thomas
own me.
Jefferson.
All right. So
wow, that is
there's a lot of
fucking
psychological
nuts.
torture going on, as well as real physical torture and rape. And it's a bit of a problem.
Is he in prison?
Well, he's standing trial right now. And what's amazing is that this is still going on. And now this fucking asshole, as the trial's coming up.
Don't talk about the victim.
I'll read from the Daily Beast here. Several prominent victims' rights advocates, including a lawyer who specializes in revenge porn litigation, accused Ed Henry on Tuesday of slut-shaming his alleged rape victim. And worse, with 15 salacious and explicit photos attached to a court filing seeking to dismiss a disturbing sexual abuse lawsuit against the disgraced former cable news anchor and his ex-employer, Fox News. The defendant, Henry, would double down on his abusive conduct by engaging in this kind of blatant victim shaming is simply abhorrent, said the attorney.
So he released a bunch of pictures of her to try to prove that she's into it?
It is obvious that defendant Henry chose to publicly file such personal and intimate images of Eckhart to humiliate and retaliate against her for her decision to speak out against his sexual abuse.
Hold on, I can't hear you. I'm Googling.
Yeah, I know. So that is probably the worst part about all of this. He was raping her, obviously very sadistically, and then when she decided to actually get the courage to speak up and say something about it, he released all the nudes that he had taken without her permission while she was getting raped.
The lawyer did. The lawyer was complicit in doing it too. Holy shit.
Yeah.
This poor girl.
So guess who the winner is from this whole incident, Vinny? Can you guess?
Well, I hope it's not you.
It's CNN.
Oh!
CNN had a fucking field day with this. Let's hear how they reported at it.
I mean, here we go again. It seems to never end in terms of the vile stuff that we hear from, junior staffers. I mean, I could tick through the list of all of the various Fox men who have been accused of this stuff, but the Ed Henry stuff is so dark and violent. It's almost, it's in a different category, actually.
It is in a different category. And I have to say, they do go a little overboard on CNN, but you gotta love just the hyperbole that goes on when shit like this happens.
Roger Ailes was out, and Fox News swore it was going to make changes. I think since then we have heard continuing allegations of sexual misconduct from inside Fox News. It's like there's a permanent stain in the carpet that nobody can scrub out. And the reason why it can't be removed is because the carpet was installed by a sexual predator.
Come on.
I still think you can remove it. I mean, you just call different contractor.
Elbow grease in
you
there.
just call a different contractor. My God.
Oh my God. So
wow, CNN's fucking ridiculous. But all right.
They're ridiculous. But anyway, Ed Henry is a creep, every definition of the word, and so he is my submission for creepiest news anchor. Vote for Carl at thecreepoff.com, or if you liked Vinny's creep, because that was a fun story, vote for Vinny. There you go.
I'm not feeling great right now, but
I took away your power to what you always do to me. After I present my case, you go, yeah, but that's stupid. Go vote for Vinny.
Why did you just text me? What does it say? Hashtag more anal. Why are you texting me these things? Stop it. Stop trying to put your power over me, Carl.
Okay, all right.
We're co-workers, Carl.
We get any voicemails this week, Vinny?
We did, but don't forget, again, vote at thecreepoff.com. Okay. So we got some voicemails, and I got to tell you, man, we got one of the more interesting voicemails we've ever got. It's a little bit long, but it was in regards to my creep last week, Ian Watkins. And whoever sent this in, I appreciate you for this.
So I used to date this Jewish girl, and when we met, she was doing a lot of coke. Taking a lot of coke. When we were dating, she started abusing Ambien. When we broke up, she started doing heroin. When she went to rehab, she started smoking a lot of pot, and eventually she got into meth. When I found out she got into meth, we had not been dating at this point, but I had remembered reading a forum somewhere online about meth addicts, and they would talk about how they cherished and valued their time when they were children. Their parents or their uncles would give them meth out in some cabin in the woods, and then all the other meth head men would take turns running trains on these young boys. And they would talk about how they were looking forward to doing that to their own children. So it's this whole insane meth culture, right? So I asked her, does that sound right? Does that align with your experience with meth heads? And she goes, oh yeah, that sounds about right. I've been raped about 6 or 7 times, but I got a lot of free meth out of it, so I think I'm the one that came out ahead. So, Carl, yeah, people doing meth are literally the most insane people in the world and are capable of the most insane shit in the world. In fact, she stopped doing meth and took up CrossFit. So, you know, she's fucking insane.
I had to wait for the punchline. Good job, sir.
Yeah.
So that was just interesting because we were talking about the slippery slope last week of like that guy started off with like being completely straight edge and then ended up on meth raping babies. So I'm going to throw some advice out there to you creep off listeners. Don't do meth, okay?
Remember we were going to put that on the wheel?
Do math?
Oh, your consequences, you got to do a bunch of math. Ha ha. Don't forget to film it. Put it on YouTube.
We're just a couple of jokers. You know that? We really are.
We have
just
a lot of fun here on the Creep Off.
No, we're
too much fun.
Rambunctious. So,
that's fucking crazy, by the way.
Yeah.
That whole voicemail is insane. And the way he delivered it, I believe every word.
Hey, Carl, a famous person left us a voicemail.
Oh, good.
Okay, what's up, Vinnie and Carl? You fucking Jew.
What?
It's the first time voicemail caller here, so I'm not going to tell you my name because I'm going to get doxxed because I'm so fucking famous, but you just don't know me, so it's fine. But I'm so glad to be here on the podcast. I'm so excited. I just have one burning question that has nothing to do with the podcast. Vinnie, how do you feel when people spell your name wrong? How do you feel when they spell it with a Y? Does it infuriate you? Does it make you mad, Vinnie? Does it fucking make you mad, Vinnie? Oh, I hope it does, Vinnie. I really hope it does. Vinnie with a Y? Vinnie?
Oh, bastard.
I just want to know. I really want to know so I can know which one not to use when I write my memoir. Because I'm going to fucking write your name, and I'm going to put how you are the person I know who loves pizza the most. I never even met the man. I just know you'll eat pizza all damn day. And that's a passion of yours, and I respect that. That's going to my memoir. It'll be read by millions. Trust me. You don't know who I am, but I'm famous. I'm famous, Vinnie, with a Y. I'm going to keep saying that. Come on, Vinnie. All right, and Carl, I know Jen from the Jingles Department is your wife. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. Every time she's on the mic, sounds like she's in the room. Carl. All right, guys. Peace out.
Was that Maddox?
I don't know who it was, but I would like to put this out there to our friends listening to Creep Off. Let's all get on Twitter this week and maybe espouse as to who we think this famous person was who left that voicemail.
Well,
I'm leaning towards, I have a suspicion. I think that it is Reginald Johnson, Carl Winslow. That's my guess.
Okay. I want to point this out real quick. Even if you are famous, and I heard from a very famous person recently who's been binging our show, even if you are famous, that does not exempt you from the 45-second rule when leaving a voicemail.
Correct. Let's revisit that because
Stop
we
being
just
a
had 2
blowhard.
long ones. Now, can I tell you that I do get annoyed when people spell my name wrong? Did I tell you what happened to me right before the pandemic, Carl?
No.
My wife.
If you did, I didn't listen.
My wife bought me a very, very nice gift.
Okay.
It is a. There's only 200 of them. It is a
pizza coupon.
No, it is a. It's an art print of Bret the Hitman Hart.
Okay.
My hero.
Yeah.
Love the Canadian. Love Bret Hart is my dude, and it's awesome. And she got me a ticket to go meet Bret Hart and get it autographed.
No shit.
So I went to Albany to this thing to go get it autographed by Bret Hart.
Yeah.
There was a ton of people there. And
There's probably like 7 dorks.
No, there was like probably
it's still real to me, damn it.
a massive line. So finally I
In a
get
high
up there.
school gymnasium
And all
somewhere.
they're saying to me through this whole thing, Carl, is he doesn't do personalizations. He doesn't do personalizations. Don't ask him.
Okay.
So they said it like 90 times while I'm in line.
Okay.
Finally I get up to him and he sees that poster. Bret the fucking Hitman Hart sees that poster and goes, "Oh, I love that one. That one's awesome." And I go, "Oh, thank you. My wife got it for me. It's really great to meet you. Been a fan my whole life as long as I can remember. Awesome." And we take a picture together. And he goes, "Hey, man, what's your name? I'm going to sign it to you." Bret fucking Hart says, "I'm going to personalize your poster," even though all these people said, don't ask him. And I didn't. So the second I say my name is Vinny, some security guy starts yelling at me going, "Don't ask for personalizations. Don't ask for personalizations." And by the time I look down, Bret the fucking Hitman Hart wrote 2 VINNY on my poster.
All right. I'm going to make a suggestion.
And I've never been angrier.
I'm going to make a suggestion. Change the way you spell your name then. Because I think Bret the Hitman Hart knows better than your folks how your name should be spelled.
He's concussed. You shut up. What do you know?
Seriously, that would solve all of these problems.
Yeah, oh really, Carl with the K? You're going to tell me how to spell my name? Shut up.
It's very common in Germany.
Yeah,
Spell your name with a K if you're Carl.
Yeah, Bret Hart was my hero that he spelled my name wrong.
That's a great story, Vinny.
Is it?
I guess.
Should I leave it in or should I edit it?
No, it's great.
All right. Last one.
Hey, Carl and Vinny. This is Z from Utah, leaving a voicemail about a suggestion I thought of. Pizza delivery people.
I like
because,
that.
you know, Vinny's a fucking fat ass. And that's all he thinks about, I guess, or whatever the fuck the joke is there. Also, suggestion for the Wheel of Consequences.
It's pretty self-explanatory, sir.
The loser finds and pays artists to commission a real art piece of them meeting their idol, Stuttering John Melendez, and then fucking hanging it on their wall. All right. I mean, I love the show, guys.
That's pretty good.
I can see that. I can see that in either one of these studios.
That's pretty good. I want it to be like one of those caricature drawings, though.
No, you gotta hire, like, I want to get the lady who did all the portraits in the front of
Oh, yeah, all right.
It'll just be Stuttering John with a giant head, bigger than normal, and then just me.
That's cute.
Yeah, maybe that'll go on the wheel.
that.
I don't hate that idea.
By the way, did you hear I was playing on WATP this past weekend that Stuttering John was talking a lot about you? Apparently, he thinks that the Vinnie Paulino that's in the chat room is you, even though it's most certainly not, because Vinny has better things to do with his time.
Correct.
And he's not sure if you're a troll or not. He's like, he does donate, and I think he's a fan of mine, but then, you know, I also think he's putting the show up on Reddit. And I just want to point out to Stuttering John, and I should have done this on the show, but Vinny's the only guy who's ever bought a t-shirt from you. The real Vinnie Paulino bought 3 t-shirts from you.
Large ones. I paid extra.
You had to pay extra for the quadruple X.
And I waited patiently for months.
It did take a long time. That was before the pandemic.
Yeah, so whatever. Stuttering John. So, Carl, speaking of consequences.
Yes.
Are you ready to discuss consequences? Because we have 2 pressing matters of business before we get to the scum parade today.
Correct. So first off, let me do this. My last consequence was the Nick Bate tribute album. This has been completed. I want to play you a couple of more tunes.
Nice.
That have been put together for this. And the first one actually comes from, unsolicited by me, Cameron and PJ Fillion. work together on one. Now it's
Isn't this your consequence? Why are they doing it for you?
Well, it's one that we've already done.
Okay.
So it's not like I'm getting out of anything here.
God, I love PJ.
Me too.
I fucking love that weirdo.
So this is great. This is the song, first off, from
Hate
Nick
his
Bates.
show. Never going on it again.
This is the song from Nick Bates. Oh, I just talked to his co-host. I went on another show that Man Brain's on. And the spreadsheet show, right?
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, we're getting derailed here. So this is the original Nick Bates masterpiece.
I frickin' hate vaginas. Vaginas really suck. Anuses are the only thing that I like to fuck.
Hashtag more anal.
All right, so this is Cameron and PJ's collaboration on that. We didn't have any scots. This is good.
Man, I really hate vaginas. Man, I really hate vaginas. Man, I really hate vaginas. Cunts really suck. Anuses are the only thing that I want to fuck. Anuses are the only thing I want to fuck. I hate vagina. Man, I hate vagina. Man, I hate vagina. Asshole. Man, I hate vagina. Man, I hate vagina. Anus. Man, I hate vagina. Man, I hate vagina. Uber. Man, I hate vagina. I hate the vagina. Vinnie.
I don't like my name in there.
Well done, my friends. Thank you. That will make the album.
My favorite thing about that is just I liked the background track. It was so happy. And PJ, he's always on time. The kid's always on time. It's incredible.
Always nails it.
Always nails it.
All right. So this is the last song that we needed to record for the Nick Bates tribute album. It's one of everyone's. It's one of the favorites.
Okay.
Anally raping children.
I think that's the favorite.
Selling and force feeding them their own intestines.
We saved the best for last. Now I'm going to play you. I collaborated with.
I think your creep tweeted that to that poor girl.
Yes. I collaborated with Jen from the Jingles department, and I've been bragging a lot about how little work I put into these songs, how I record them with one take. I don't put any effort into writing anything. This is no different. However, while it took me less than a minute to come up with the vocal melody and chord progression, I put hours into recording this. I played 7 different instrument tracks. And so all of the instrumentation done by me, and Jen sang.
I need to see someone please do a Photoshop of Carl as Prince trying to record this.
And Jen sang 4 different vocal tracks. So it does build. So give this one a chance. I really think this is my masterpiece of this album, and I'm really excited about it.
Anally raping children and disemboweling and force-feeding them their own intestines. Anally raping children and disemboweling and force-feeding them their own intestines. Anally raping children. Anally raping children. Anally raping children, disemboweling and force-feeding them their own intestines. Anally raping children, disemboweling and force-feeding them their own intestines.
First off, poor Jen.
Secondly, she hated singing that.
I bet.
I had to type out the lyrics for her. I mean, it's just this one line. She hated it so much.
Yeah, well. She probably wouldn't be the only one who's of that mind.
Yes.
Now, I like how you were just sitting there picking on a Casio keyboard.
That was my first time ever playing piano on a track. There's 2 different piano parts on there. And
Wow.
yeah, a lot of work went into that video. Multiple takes on different things. More work than I should have put into it.
Well, Carl, I'm
Way
glad
more.
did you learn your lesson?
I did.
Well,
I did.
you haven't yet because you have another lesson to learn because you have a whole other consequence you have to complete now.
You're right. Okay, so now we're moving on to the latest consequence, which is wear Crocs in public. People think that this is going to happen in Tampa.
Yep.
The bad news is I don't have Crocs yet because we have to pick out which Crocs I'm going to be wearing.
Yes, and trust me, I think I have some ideas on how you get these shipped to you very quick.
I mean, whatever.
Most of
we'll
them
take
are
our
on
ti-
Amazon, Carl.
We'll take our time.
No, Carl. We're gonna get a lot of these are Amazon Prime. You'll
It's
be all
tough
right.
with Amazon
If you
Prime
need
right
me to
now.
order them because I have Amazon Prime, I'm sure we could get it.
It's tough because with the holidays and everything, it's oh my god, those are chicken wing Crocs.
Those were submitted by Jody B.
Yeah, so people have been submitting their recommendations. I forget where this is going on, if it's Twitter or the subreddit.
Yeah, Twitter, the subreddit, people have been submitting their ideas. And what I did is I picked the top 9.
Oh shit! Okay, we got a lot to choose from.
Yeah, you have a lot of choices here. You could pick any one of these pairs to wear.
All right, so the chicken
but it's
wing,
going to be one of these pairs.
The chicken wing Crocs are funny because we're from Western New York. So,
Right, and they're KFC Crocs, actually.
Oh, KFC Crocs, okay.
And I believe Jody B informed me that those cost $250.
Okay, those are out.
So,
Next. How is that possible?
Because they're collectible.
Who would? I didn't know Crocs were collectible.
Apparently they are.
God damn it!
Let's see those Crocs.
Isn't
All right.
Jody B the one who actually wears Crocs
all
and
the
is talking
time?
how
That's
great
why
they
he's an
are?
expert. So here we go. That's the first one. You get the KFC Crocs.
Okay.
You get these lovely high heel stiletto Crocs.
Are you slut shaming me, Vinny?
No.
I will not be slut shamed.
What I think you could do is I think you could pick your top 4 and then I'll pick the winner. How does that sound? Okay. Does that sound fair? You could pick your top 4. Just let me know if you want to put something in the top 4.
I think we should. Well, let's pick the top 4 and then let's put it up for a vote.
No, let me pick.
Damn it.
What do you say?
Trying to
You
buy
let me
more
pick.
time.
That way we get. That way we can save some time. We
Trying
get
to
them to you
buy-
before Tampa because you're wearing them at that fucking show.
I'm not wearing them at Tampa.
You goddamn are.
All right, next.
On stage, it's your consequence.
Next.
Lovely,
Come
lovely
on!
pink high heel.
I'm not wearing girl Crocs. That's not. Those are amazing though. They would add 2 inches.
They certainly would.
Could hang out
To
with,
the wrong places.
hang out
Hey
with
now.
Ryan Long.
So pink high heel platform Crocs.
Platform Crocs, yeah.
These great Disney car Crocs.
Okay.
With the character Lightning McQueen on there.
Okay.
I think those could be fun.
Bright red too.
Bright red.
Which no one will miss.
Yeah, don't worry. Nobody picked subtle.
And by the way, those are for children. Will they even have my size in those?
I've seen your finger, little tiny kid feet anyway.
It's born with club feet, yeah.
That's like that's a fucking child's jersey you're wearing.
I wish.
How about these? The literal Crocs.
Oh, that's cute.
They have little crocodiles
That's
on
little
them.
crocodile Crocs.
Yeah.
I like it.
You like those?
Yep.
Okay. So are those top 4?
Those in the car one so far
okay.
are in the run. I like both of those.
How about these My Little Pony Crocs?
Oh, purple My Little Pony Crocs.
Yeah. Sleep well, every pony, I believe was the caption.
Those might make it into the top 4. All right.
Okay.
Let's see what else we got.
Miami Dolphins Crocs.
No, definitely
pick.
not. That's where I draw the line. I
Nah,
would
I
never wear
think-
anything that had a dolphin on it.
I really like these, and I think these should be the winners.
It's the old logo.
Yeah, good. You look like a double asshole.
Yeah, no, I'm not wearing those.
You might have to.
Nope.
Or Elf Crocs.
Oh, Christmas Crocs.
Christmas Crocs.
Is that my final
But keep
one?
in mind, no, there's one more.
Okay.
But keep in mind that whatever you wear, you have to wear until we spin the wheel next time in public. You have to wear these around. So you have to pick something that's going to be good. Preferably for a Rochester winter.
Okay.
Last but not least, the
Ooh.
purple or the pink, hot pink zebra Crocs.
Oh, are they zebra?
Yeah, I think those are zebra.
Okay.
Are those top 4?
Yes, I would go Cars, My Little Pony, Zebra, and the crocodile.
Crocodile?
Yeah, those are my
Okay.
top 4.
Zebra. Okay. Now, folks, if you're watching in the live YouTube chat right now, I would love your input on this. Which ones do you think I should make Carl wear? We're going My Little Pony. Get the zebra. I like the zebra, too. I kind of like the zebra. The nice thing I know about the zebra is they're ridiculously expensive, and they're available on Amazon Prime, and you could probably get them by tomorrow if you order them today.
What are we talking about? What kind of money am I spending on these?
These are about $50.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I wouldn't pay $10 for a pair of Crocs, but
I wouldn't either, Vinny. I gotta come up with better arguments.
you know what? Everybody's saying My Little Pony, My Little Pony, My Little Pony.
The My Little Pony ones are pretty.
You
fucking
like it too
embarrassing.
much, though.
Well, I like it because it symbolizes that I know it's ridiculous. So no, people are gonna look at me and be like, "Oh, this guy is obviously knows that this is ridiculous." But it is also kind of fun.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I don't want you to be able to play it off.
The pony stuff. Also, if I ever go visit DigiNay, I might be able to sell them to him.
What the fuck is a DigiNay?
DigiNay, formerly DigiBro. He transitioned, but DigiNay used to be a brony.
Oh.
And I bet next time he comes over to my house, I can just sell him
your dirty
my
Crocs.
Crocs.
Yeah, sounds like a cool guy. Now, I'm gonna say, you know what, man? You like the My Little Pony ones too much.
Okay.
But I don't know if you're playing me here. I don't know if you're playing me here because you really don't want them. What a tough choice.
This is a standoff right now that we're having.
Well, I'm looking here. I'm gonna go with. Hold on, let me see how many people here have voted.
Yeah, what do we got? What's the tally so far?
Ooh, you know what? Podcast Hitman says My Little Pony.
Okay.
Ooh, My Little Pony, My Little Pony, My Little Pony, My Little. You got to go My Little Pony,
My
buddy.
Little Pony, all
My Little
right.
Pony Crocs, and you're wearing them on stage in Florida and Tampa, you bitch.
Yeah, we'll see. All right.
No, you are.
All right.
And if you don't, I will riot.
That would be the worst. All right. We'll see what happens with that.
I will riot, Carl.
Yep. Okay.
My Little Pony Crocs for Carl. And if you need me to supervise the ordering of these and make sure they get here in time, don't worry, folks. Vinny's on the case. And if you don't wear them, everyone is going to think you're a pussy.
You know, last week I played that subreddit news clip. We don't get a lot of action in the subreddit, but I think we brought some attention to it with that clip because I saw some posts going on, a little bit of activity. And there was one from Arcona that I wanted to read to you because I just thought it was funny.
Okay.
It was actually a pretty long, I trimmed it down a little bit, but from day one, I felt if Karl put a little effort into this, I would vote for him every week. Fuck me. He ruined my life with this mega try he pulled off. If Karl dogged this, he still would have won. I am 18 hours later seriously wondering what the fuck happened here. Was this dumb fuck's animated friend based on a real person? What sort of family does this asshole come from? If my parents suspected this, when I was doing my sketchbook, they would have, and been seriously right to, beat me to death with a shovel and buried me in the forest preserve behind my house. Holy shit. I feel like my whining, Karl should try harder. Let him to try harder, and I want to stop. Karl, please go back to putting zero effort in. I called the counselor on the Opie radio ad, and they told me to go fuck myself. This is beyond their scope. I have a head full of whiskey and weed and a heart full of hate after listening to this. Vinny, spelled with a Y.
Motherfucker.
I love you, but Karl is fucked up, sick, and demented. You can't beat this sick bastard. So apparently...
I beat him all the time. Where have you been?
Apparently, he was very concerned about this little Nickelodeon animator dork who decided to shoot up his workplace.
Yeah, well, sir, my thoughts on this are very simple. You are absolutely correct. You have a lot of common sense, and I really like where your head was at with this. Good job.
Okay,
I don't fucking know.
Fair enough. Vinny,
Karl,
what's next? Is it the Scum Parade?
Thank Christ it's a Scum Parade.
I have really good news for you. Crocs has decided to submit a brand new Scum Parade theme
I love
for
new
us.
Scum Parade theme songs.
All right, here we go. This could be an instant classic. I'm just predicting right now.
All right.
'Cause Vinny's a creep and Karl's a weirdo. I'm not kidding around. They're both degenerate psychopaths with no business in a civilized society, and they're gonna take you on a Scum Parade.
What do you think? It's a winner.
I can't tell if I love it or if I was just wanting more. So it's definitely a winner because I wanted more.
Yeah, left you wanting more.
It left me wanting
Yeah.
more. Croge, great job, buddy.
Ends with that nice minor third.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's unlike when
brilliantly done.
you try to tail off the end of a song. It's just guitars still go on for 3 to 4 seconds.
Yeah,
a couple extra
Who doesn't like some riffs?
superfluous drum beats. Ass. All right, we're gonna start in Alabama. What do you say, Karl?
Let's go to Alabama.
All right, Russell County, Alabama, very close to where my wife grew up. A Fort Benning soldier faces a reckless murder charge. According to investigators, 35-year-old Brian Starr told detectives that his girlfriend's 5-year-old son was being unruly in their vehicle. So he pulled over in the rain at a church and told the boy to get out. Now, I don't know why you would do this to a 5-year-old other than you just want to teach him a little bit of a lesson.
Yeah.
Go stand out there in the rain until you can behave.
Seems like the kid to shut up. That didn't work.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know what to make of this, but this didn't end well because the 5-year-old apparently started wandering off, and Mr. Starr lost sight of the child, but soon realized a bunch of cars had stopped in the road. And that's where the boy had been struck by an oncoming Toyota Avalon. The road was dark and the boy was hard to see, and the driver of the Toyota was not at fault, according to the police. This guy basically got this kid fucking killed. He threw him out of the car and sat there and just let this kid fucking wander the fuck off into the middle of traffic.
Yeah, go play in traffic, kid.
Yeah.
There's a reasonable explanation for this, though. It
Go ahead.
says in the article that the kid has been known to shout songs very loudly while driving in the car. Do you know what song he was singing?
Can I guess?
No, I'm just kidding. It was actually this song, which is why I say this guy should be acquitted of all charges.
I have become calm myself to my girl. Too heavy, too light, too black, or too white, too wrong, or too right. Damn tonight.
Oh, God. If you had a 5-year-old...
I just got the douche chills when you played it.
Dude,
I
if
hate
a
that song, too.
5-year-old screaming that, you're chucking that kid out of the car.
Too black or too white. Get the fuck out.
It's the worst. You wouldn't even slow down. This kid would be out of the car and into the road. At least this guy slowed down and let him out.
Yeah, so Mr. Starr is facing a reckless murder charge.
Yeah.
And there is an online campaign to raise money for the boy's family. I don't know, maybe buy them a satellite
the poor
radio.
mom of the kid was not with them, obviously, when this happened. So he gets home. She's like, hey, where's Billy? What are we talking about?
I got good news and bad news. You
Billy
know how he
wasn't-
always annoyed you in the car with the singing?
Billy wasn't with me. What do you mean? What are you talking about?
Well, Billy's with the Lord now. No, hold
Billy's
on.
singing Cumbersome to Jesus. Jesus needed another backup singer for
And
that.
Jesus made him get out of heaven and go straight to hell where he was hit by a demon.
Go wander around in
I
purgatory.
mean, this is horrible.
Yeah, it's
And for
crazy.
this mother, and I feel really bad, but this is what we like to call stepdad justice.
You don't look like a guy who feels really bad, I'll be honest. Oh, there you go. That's
I feel bad about a lot of things. Generally, only things that affect me.
Yep.
Now, Nashville, Tennessee. We're going to stick to our tour of the South. A man living in a home in Hillsborough, West End, returned after several days to find a naked man inside. The walls covered in feces and rotting food all over the floor, a police report states. This happened last Tuesday, so I assume this guy probably went out of town for Thanksgiving, and he came home and found the back door of the house open, and there was a 38-year-old naked man named Carl Perry just running all over the house, running wild. He shit all over the place, rubbed it on the walls. They said that the microwave that was above the stove was completely melted and had fallen off the wall. All the furniture in the house was destroyed. Every piece of furniture in the house was damaged beyond repair. How do
Yeah.
you do that?
I love that. They go, oh, none of the furniture was salvageable. There's shit on the walls. Burn the whole house down.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about the furniture. The house has to go.
Right.
This is what you get, though, for disobeying travel orders. You should have been staying home anyway to stay safe.
That's right.
I wouldn't be surprised
I would
if
be
Gavin
surprised
Newsom
if-
sent that guy to the guy's house to teach him a lesson.
Cuomo has got like a whole bunch of these fucking meth heads waiting.
Yes, Gretchen Whitmer is just recruiting these guys.
Enjoy your trip to Florida.
Yeah, we're going to shit up your house.
We're going to shit all over
That's
your
going to be the
house,
next campaign ad. You want to travel and get grandma sick? We're going to shit up your house.
I like it.
I mean, it's motivating. I'm staying home if that's the case.
Yeah, Mr. Perry was arrested and booked into Metro Jail Tuesday afternoon on charges of aggravated burglary and vandalism. So, folks, ladies and gentlemen, wear your masks and stay safe, okay?
You told a fun story. Can I tell a story real quick?
Yeah.
I used to work at a place called Media Play. And Media Play was a chain of stores. We sold books, CDs, back when there were CDs. We had DVDs and we had video games. So there were the 4 pieces of media that you can come in and purchase. I was a cashier. Okay, I'm a teenager.
Oh, God. Holy shit. Teenage Carl working in the store, just rolling his eyes every time somebody brought a CD up to the counter to buy.
Oh, God, Garth Brooks. We sold more Garth Brooks CDs. That kind of tells you what era this was. Anyway, so something happened with the plumbing in the public bathroom, and there was shit everywhere. And guess who they picked to clean it up? And
obviously the shitty kid who works at the register bothers everyone.
And me not knowing that I should have been like, that's not my job. There's no way I'm cleaning up shit. Spent hours cleaning shit literally off of walls, as in this story. And you know what I got for my efforts there, Vinny?
A Garth Brooks CD.
I got a t-shirt. A Media Play t-shirt.
Carl, we want to thank you for going above and beyond for the Media Play family.
I also want to point out that I made $4.64 an hour, and I was cleaning shit. Good times, people. Good times.
Well, I know you pretty well, and I would assume you didn't do a good job.
Fair enough.
A dispute between long.
I got a T-shirt. I must have done something right. They were very.
Listen, as
very
long as you
happy.
got up the big clumpy pieces, they were probably.
I still can't believe I did that. This is a different person. I'm not that person anymore.
No, you really are
I
not.
really would have told them to fucking shove it up their ass.
Even if the plumbing in your own home fucking backed up,
yeah,
you'd burn it down.
Yes!
You would absolutely burn it down. You are not.
I
that
have
guy anymore.
insurance. Of course I'm going to burn it. I shouldn't say this on the internet.
Looking forward to the photoshops of
Let's take
Carl
that out.
cleaning up shit.
Okay.
Please.
The Photoshops have been really good lately.
I've been loving the Photoshop,
Yeah.
so keep them coming. I enjoy them. All right, we're going to go down to Lexington, Kentucky. How does that sound, Carl?
Let's do it.
A dispute. Actually, you know what? Hold on. We're going to go to St. Paul, Minnesota.
Okay.
A Toyota RAV4 crashed into Los Oncampo restaurant in downtown St. Paul. Witnesses told police that a 23-year-old unnamed motorist had been driving recklessly prior to the crash. Officers arrived at the scene on University to find an SUV sticking out of one of the restaurant's large rounded front windows.
Sticking out of is a good way to put it.
Yeah,
it's sideways inside the restaurant.
Correct. It's quite a scene. It also caused a massive gas leak. So
Yes.
people who were on the street could hear just psst, just
Hey,
the whole
can I
time.
bum a smoke from you? Now's not a good time.
Smoke them if you got them, people. Witnesses say the driver then got out of the SUV after the crash, unharmed, and fought with a would-be Good Samaritan who was trying to help him.
Yes.
So he starts fist-fighting a guy.
He was in an ornery mood at this point.
He was. And not only did he fist-fight that person, he then ran into the street, opened the door of a car that had stopped, and punched the driver in the face multiple times before pulling out a knife and threatening the driver. The would-be carjacking victim suffered facial injuries from being hit. The police say the suspect was showing signs of being impaired and was taken to Regions Hospital to be treated for facial bruising and swelling. So somebody got some shots in on this motherfucker. Police say the suspect is released from the hospital. He's going to be arrested. Once he's released, he'll be arrested on suspicion of aggravated assault and gross misdemeanor DWI. And officers believe he was impaired, and they plan to obtain a search warrant to test his blood levels.
So I have to say, there is a positive to come out of this story. This gentleman was 23 years old. He has now already reached his bottom. He doesn't have to spend decades of alcohol abuse and fucking up and trying to get sober. Now it's like the intervention is going to be easy.
Like if I had hit now when I was 23, my life would be great.
Right.
I would have learned a lesson.
You're like, how did I get to 400 pounds? I'm only 23 years old. I really need to start getting on the treadmill from
Honestly,
time to time.
I was thinking about this. This kid's pretty young. Like, this has got to be video game culture. Like, you crash the car, you get out, and you start fighting everybody, trying to steal another
grab
one.
another car and drive that into a
It's
restaurant.
fucking got it. This is like a live GTA game.
I used to watch a lot of what's that Intervention, that show on A&E, and the intervention part was always so tough.
You
because-
always watch them, but did you listen?
No, I don't pay attention. I'm like, that meth looks fun. So I always watched it, and the intervention is always tough because the family members gather around and they're like, your alcoholism has affected me in the following ways. These people have it so easy. They're like, your alcoholism has affected people in the following ways. You drove your fucking truck into a restaurant and then assaulted a driver nearby.
You assaulted the guy who tried to help you to
Yes!
make sure you didn't die.
You can't drink anymore. What part of that do you not understand? It's done so. You're done.
Try some weed. Calm down, kid.
Yes, calm down.
Wow. So, yeah, that happened in St. Paul. If we get any more details on that, we will obviously let you folks know.
The images of it are quite astounding.
Yes, they are.
It's fun.
Now,
Did that happen at night, by the way? I don't know.
it happened in the middle of the day.
It was middle of the day.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was like 3 in the afternoon.
Yeah, because he jumped right up on the sidewalk. He's like he didn't murder people on the sidewalk or in
Yeah.
the restaurant.
I mean, that car flew off the road. It did not. It went far.
And actually, Gavin Newsom used that as an excuse to shut down more restaurants. He's like, see? Sit in a restaurant, you're going to die. There's proof.
That guy was actually being sent by Newsom to go shit in someone's house. And he just had a whole list and he was running late.
I'm preoccupied by these lockdowns. I
Oh, you're so
apologize.
upset.
Turning
You know,
everything.
Ippolito was laughing. I was telling about you the other day. I
Yeah.
said, some guy called Carl fat and bald. And he's like, that doesn't upset me. You want to upset me? Tell me Cuomo's doing a good job.
That's the way to piss me off at this point.
Oh, we laughed so hard. You're a funny guy sometimes. Okay, we're going back down to Lexington, Kentucky. Now, this story, I have a bit of a personal slant. I have an opinion on this, but I'll get to it at the end.
All right.
A dispute between longtime caretakers of feral cats in Lexington turned physical, then deadly on Thursday, leaving a 72-year-old woman slain and her rival feeder facing a murder charge. Now,
so in other words, she brought fists to a gunfight. Is that what you're telling me?
72-year-old lady didn't prepare.
She was not prepared for this
And
altercation.
I'm going to go ahead and say this guy is Sean Eric Malahi. He's 49 years old, and he looks like he's Jim Norton's uncle.
Yes.
He looks very much like Jim Norton.
He's a creep.
He's very much a creep. Now, what I don't understand here, and we haven't gotten too far into the story, but the way that they're framing this, her rival feral cat feeder.
I didn't understand the story at all.
Like, I give them tuna. I give them chicken. Like, what are they fucking fighting over?
I did not understand
They
that.
should all be murdered. Listen, here's the thing about feral cats. They fucking suck. Feral fucking cats are the goddamn worst thing in the world.
So I
wish no harm to animals.
So you'd be fighting both of these people for even giving them food?
Yes.
Okay.
I got into a fucking screaming match with my neighbor because she was fucking feeding feral cats.
I wish your neighbor would have shot you.
God, sometimes I do too, Carl.
Oh, man. That would be a great way for you to die.
Oh my God. They would go, like, I have dogs and they go into my yard and go under my car and shit like that, and my dogs would be going crazy. Why? What do you need to feed fucking feral, disgusting cats for?
No, actually, feral cats are great because they take care of the rodents that would otherwise be inside your house. So I say don't feed them. I want them to be hungry.
What am I? What do I have, boxes everywhere? What do I do? What do you think I do? Empty Coors Lights cans everywhere, Carl. Stop
Did you hear Senator John's conspiracy about the cockroaches were planted in boxes? Holy shit.
I did not
Anyway.
hear that, but
Oh my God.
fill me in later.
I will.
So let's finish this story, all right?
right.
So the confrontation started Thursday evening. Authorities said there was a fight over how to care for the feral cats. Well, you put the food down here. What are you even talking about? I feel like I'm you. Though the exact subject was not clear, shocking, Burnett and Malay were acquaintances who had clashed before about how to handle the feeding, trapping, and release of wild felines, living in the wooded area that's behind the shopping center. When police arrived around 5:40 p.m., they found Burnett behind the Town Square shopping center. You ready for this?
Yeah.
With a gunshot wound to the face. This motherfucker shot a 72-year-old woman in the fucking face over how to feed a feral cat.
I gotta say, that sounds like he was losing the fight because you don't resort to your gun unless you're losing the fight. And any respectable fighter who's losing a fight, you bite the ear off. You don't shoot someone. You start with the ear.
This guy stayed at the scene, too. He didn't even leave.
Well, he was admiring his work.
Burnett died en route to the hospital, so the old lady's dead. He was taken into custody, declined to speak with the detectives. Malay told Myers the shooting was defensive. He kept his head down throughout the 3-minute hearing at Lexington County Bond Court. I was attacked. I was punched in the face. I had nowhere to retreat.
You know what,
She's a
though?
72-year-old woman.
You know what, though? They scanned her afterwards and decided that she died of COVID.
Happy ending. He's innocent.
No, it's not that he was innocent. It just turns out that the death was COVID related.
Yeah, so
The gunshot wound to the face was a factor. It's a comorbidity.
Yeah, he claims that the 72-year-old woman and him got into an altercation about how to feed fucking feral cats, and she assaulted him because his way was just too good for her to handle.
This whole story was 3 paragraphs. We've been talking about it for 3 hours.
But it's crazy.
I know, it is nuts.
All right. Well, that's the end of this week's Creep Off. Did you have a nice time, Carl?
I did. I always do, Vinny.
Well, I had a great time with you folks. Thank you for tuning in to another episode. Make sure you follow us on Twitter and Instagram at CreepOffPod. We're going to keep posting your Photoshop, so keep them coming. Leave us a review. Kevin will be back whenever Kevin decides to start reading
Check the
voicemails.
inbox. Maybe it's there now.
I guarantee you it's not.
Yeah, probably
Either way,
not.
Kevin will read your reviews. We'll get those back on the show soon. You send us an email, thecreepoffpod@gmail.com. And as always, you can leave a voicemail, 585-371-8108. Carl, it's nice to be important.
But it's more important to be nice.
Gagia!
You're a stupid dumbass.
Yes, I did sex them up a little bit.
Be more funny.
It's the Creep Off.
Disgusting, vomit-inducing thing.
Who gives a shit? Who gives a fuck?
Are you off your fucking meds or something?
children, and disemboweling and force-feeding them their own intestines, anally raping children, and disemboweling and force-feeding them their own intestines, anally raping children, anally raping children, anally raping children, disemboweling and force-feeding them their own intestines, anally raping children, disemboweling and force-feeding them their own intestines.
This is stupid!